Evening, everybody. This is Rabbi Karen for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. I'm so glad that you were with us this evening. You can join us. And we are ready to begin momentarily. And people who are joining me, and I'm so glad you're with us now on either Facebook, on SeemShalom.com, or on YouTube. So welcome. This is Rabbi Karen again, and we're here for our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. Hello, Ellen Friedman, and Marvin is coming in too. Hi. All right, you know what? Got to give me 10 seconds. I will be right back, and we will get ready to begin. So I shall be right back. Sometimes when you realize you're not wearing a yarmulke, you got to quickly run and get another one. I just touched the kippah and I said, oh, something's missing over there. All right, so it is 7 p.m. and we're going to begin our service. So let's share. And let's begin our evening service for this Tuesday. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. And you will forgive me, I didn't sign into our chat. So I just have to quickly sign in. I totally forgot about that. Okay. Give me another second. It's one of those, find the bicycle, click here, click there.
Well, the chat sign came on the Zoom.
Okay, yes, on the Zoom, but on the regular, it did not. That's why I am trying to find it. Okay, so that just showed up in regular chat. So for all of you on Facebook, hi, type in and say hello, because I put the chat in and now you can say hi to me. Okay, so let's just quickly, while we're here, Ellen Friedman, Marvin, Reba, Troy, Ellen Rose, and Sue. Good evening, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. All right, now let's get back to our service. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. See, sometimes our FaceTime chat shows up automatically. And once in a blue moon, you've got to sign in. And tonight was one of those nights that I had to sign in. And now our call to praise. Baruch et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach li'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praises due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praises due now and forever. Okay, and now the technology doesn't want to work. There we go. And now, as we are still sunny here in Florida, but it is eventually going to be twilight, and we look at Adonai's blessing at separating light from dark and dark from light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvitbuna mishanei tim, umachalif et hasmanim, umsader et hakochavim b'mishmaroteim barakia kitzono. With wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times, vary the seasons and assign the stars to their watches in the sky. Creator of day and night, who rolls light away from darkness and darkness from light, you cause days to pass and bring about night, distinguishing between day and night. Source of all forces is your name. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Okay. Okay, Reba, I'm going to ask you to mute, please. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever, day and night. We will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now the prayer that states who we are, what our creed is, a prayer that doesn't ask, but a prayer that comes from our heart out to Adonai. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Le'olam Ba'ed. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. V'ahavta, and you shall love. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha b'chol nafshecha b'chol meodecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher Elohim mitzavcha hayom al levavecha. V'shenantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha v'leftecha v'aderech v'shop b'hav kumecha. V'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'totefot b'neinecha v'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha v'sharecha. The man tizkuru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'tem kedoshim le'Elohehem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. I am the Lord your God. Asher chatzeti ethem me'eretz Mitzrayim, who took you out of the land of Egypt. Le'yot lechem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. I am the Lord your God. And as the women went through the other miracle of the parting of the Red Sea, the women sang, Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'er b'kodesh, no ratihilo tosef eleh. Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried, Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'achamirenu malkeinu l'chaim ufrosh aleinu sukat shalom mecha. Eternal One, our God, cause us to lie down in peace and raise us up to life, our sovereign. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us for your name's sake. Shield us and remove from our path all hostility, disease, war, famine, and sorrow. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you are a protecting and saving power, truly a sovereign power. Gracious and compassionate are you. Guard our going and our coming in life, and in peace now and for all eternity. Spread us over your shelter of peace. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. And please, Adonai, please spread that shelter of peace over all of us, especially in the Ukraine, and especially in Israel. Yitgadal v'yitgadal shemei rabba b'yamad yivrach yerutei b'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'chayedecha beit Yisrael ba'gala u'bizman koriv v'yimeru amen yehei rabba mevorach li'olam li'omei amaya yitbarach Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar, v'yiroman, v'yinaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudusha, b'richu, leilam, b'cha, b'chata, v'shirata, tush, b'chata, v'nechemata, damiram, b'yalma, v'yimeru, amen. Okay, let's stop sharing for a moment. Let's check the chats. I have people davening with me. That's so wonderful. Let's look at our restream. Hello, Alan. It's good to see you. Please save your Mishabera blessing for when we get to it, because I don't know if I'll remember to look. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Oh, I'm the fast rabbi? Okay, cool. Cool. You know, lickety split. All right. You know, I once asked a rabbi how long, you know, a service should be. And he said, people get bored at 18 and a half minutes. I think he made that up. He gave me some like number. And I got very impressed with that. That's how long a service should be, 18 and a half minutes. Well, we could stretch it out a little bit, you know. Okay. We are looking now at the counting of the Omer. And tonight we're going to say the blessing. But let's just talk a little bit about what is the Omer. The Omer refers to the 49-day period between the second night of Pesach and the holiday of Shavuot. This period marks the beginning of the barley harvest, when in ancient times, Jews would bring the first sheaves to the temple as a means of thanking God for the harvest. So again, it's dealing with the harvest time. So much of what we celebrate actually deals with the harvest time. The word Omer literally means sheaf and refers to these early offerings. It is an ancient grain measurement equivalent to 43 ounces. On the first day of the Omer count, which is the second day of Pesach, the Omer of the barley from the fresh crop was offered in the holy temple. And after that day, a grain from the new crop would be allowed to be consumed. The Torah itself dictates the counting of the 7 weeks following Pesach. You shall count from the eve of the second day of Pesach, when an Omer of grain is to be brought as an offering, 7 complete weeks. The day after the 7th week of your counting will make 50 days, and you shall present a new meal offering to Adonai. In its biblical context, this counting appears only to connect the first grain offering to the offering made at the peak of the harvest. As the holiday of Shavuot became associated with the giving of the Torah, and not only with the celebration of agricultural bounty, the Omer period begins to symbolize the thematic link between Pesach and Shavuot. And let's just take a look at the word Shavuot. It comes from the word Sheva, 7. We have 7 days in the week, and this holiday is for 7 days. This counting is for 7 days, so 7 times 7 is 49. 49. Math is not my strong point. And so this is how we have the 49 days of the counting of the Omer. Shavuot, it's the 7th week. Yes, it's the plural of the word week, right? So we have Shavuot. Like, think of the word when you sit Shiva. Shiva comes from Sheva, 7. So it's all derivatives of this base, the number 7. While Passover celebrates the initial liberation of the Jewish people from slavery in Egypt, Shavuot marks the culmination of the process of liberation, when the Jews become an autonomous community with their own laws and standards. So it's more than just giving of the laws. It's actually the idea that Israel is now going to become its own community with laws that will be given at Sinai. Counting up to Shavuot reminds us of this process of moving from a slave mentality to a more liberated one. The exodus from Egypt happened on the first day of Passover, and the revelation at Sinai happened on the day that would become Shavuot. It follows that from the day of the Exodus, the Israelites eagerly looked forward to the events that would happen on Sinai, counting the weeks and the days until the time would arrive, each day refining themselves a little more and raising their spiritual sensitivity. When we count the Omer, we relive their excitement and anticipation. But of course, we now know what they ended up doing at Sinai as soon as Moses took too long. That was the weak-minded, the slave mentality that they weren't quite ready to give up. So each day responds to another spiritual facet. According to the Kabbalah, we each have 7 midot, or values: chesed, kindness; gevurah, strength; tiferet, harmony; nezach, perseverance; chod, humility; yesod, foundation; malchut, royalty. Each of these elements further comprises all 7 attributes. Thus, we have chesed of chesed, followed by gevurah of chesed, all the way to yosed of malchut, and finally malchut of malchut. So you see, all these 7 times 7 will become 49. These are attributes, makes for a total of 49 micro attributes. In every day of the Omer count, we work on ourselves, attempting to refine the parts of our own personalities that correspond to these days' attributes. So, in other words, just counting. And right now, we're not dealing with a barley harvest. So what do? We improve ourselves. We look into ourselves. We look into the attributes, the midot that we have, and try and do something positive with these attributes within ourselves. We have 49 days to do it. At this time, there's no weddings. You don't get your hair cut. But then we will celebrate along the way Lag Bomer. And that's when all the men I know go out and get a haircut. But the fact is it's those are just the day-to-day things. But all these holidays are meant as we look into ourselves to try and improve who we are and make ourselves better people in the eyes of Adonai. So for today, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefarat haomer. Blessed are you, Lord, our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctified us with commandments and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. Hayom arba'ah yamim la'omer. Today is the 4th day of the Omer. And each day we recite this for the 49 days, only 45 more to go. And now let's take a few moments to listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our minds. Say Shalom Bimrumav. Say Shalom Aleinu. Ve'ako Yisrael. V'imru. Imru Amen. Say Shalom Bimrumav. Say Shalom Aleinu. Ve'ako Yisrael. Imru, Amen. And now our prayer for healing. So please type into the chats the name of all those who need our healing thoughts and prayers. And I want to begin with Sid and Joyce Becker, Luna and Katie, Marcelo, my friends Lauren, my friend Elaine, my friend Marcia. All right. We have here Alan Ferrer de Lima and his mother, Arlette Ferrer de Lima, but Julia Ferrer de Lima, Valerie, Erin, Maddie, Trey, Malcolm, Rose, Mayo, Amy, Tamara, Beth, and her father, Rabbi Galit, Albert, and our loving pets. Let's go to our chat. Those who are suffering emotionally and physically, Dorothy, Mark, Marlene, Jimmy, Jean, Robin, Timothy Paul Taylor, Laura Frick, Melanie Kutnick, my friend Frank. That's a problem. I live in a senior community. I have so many friends who are suffering. Those who are suffering from COVID, including my friends Marilyn, Miriam, and Barry. Marcos Ben Yolanda, Sarah Bott, Colleen, Bill Ben Ann, Perry Ben Betty, Ellen Friedman, Dawn Alnute, Edward Knossen, okay. Amy Martin, Tamara.
Johnson, I just typed wrong.
What was that, Martin?
It
Marvin?
said Johnson, I just typed wrong.
Okay, Edward Johnson, thank you. Okay, so let's go to our Mishabera. Mishabera Havotenu Mechol HaBraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu, Mechol habraha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotze bereshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, v'lo samanu kimishpachot hadama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamanam, anachnu korim, u'mishachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, Malchei Hamlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'ne'eman V'haya Adonai, L'melech HaKol Haaretz, Bayom Hahu, Yeh Adonai Echad, U'shmo Echad. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. These memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai for the coming of this kingdom. And if you know someone who has passed recently, or you are observing a yurt site, please say their names as they are close to your heart. And I want to say Jerry Mandel and Stacy Patel. Yit Gadal, Viet Gadash, Shemei Rabbah, Bialma Divrach Hirute, Biamlich Malchute, Bechayechon of Yomechon, of Chaye de Chol Beit Yisrael, Bagalav Zman Kari, Virmu. Amen. Yehesh Me Rabbah Mibarach Lialam Al Me Al Maya. Yit Barach Vish Tabak, Viet Baar, Viet Roman, Viet Nase, Viet Hadar, Viet Hale, Viet Halal. Shmei de Kudusha Brechu, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, ta'miram bi'alma v'yimu amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimu amen. Oseh shalom d'mruma, huya aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimu amen. May all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Well, good evening, all. It's been great spending time with you. I thank you for joining me this evening. And I want you all just to be healthy and be good and be kind and look for all your 49 attributes. And we're just going to try to make this world a better place, one person at a time. That's
Amen.
JSLI, we're here 5 days a week. Rabbi Galit, Rabbi Nancy, Rabbi Deborah, Karen, Rabbi Steve. So, we're here for you guys. Come join us. We also have our JSLI courses. Look us up on jsli.net. And, maybe you want to learn more about Judaism. Maybe you are a great singer and want to be a cantor. Or maybe a rabbi. Come join us. Come join the flock. So be well, be safe. Everyone have a good week.
Toda Rabba, Rabbi. Erev Tov.
Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.